I'm Ronnie from Ronnie's Garage in Southern California.
This is a 71 Corniche. It has the brake fluid hydraulic system that runs off of the 363 fluid. So let's go to this sphere here. This tool is designed to hold the sphere while you unscrew it. You need a pretty good sized vise to open up far enough. You need a very stout vise because these things can get super tight. This has an sealing O-ring here that goes against that valve bottom. I'll take that off. This is designed to sit in here. There's a nut. Comes with a tool that you screw on the bottom to keep it from slipping out. This cap right here, this is just a charge cap. This has some pressure in it. Hear that? That's the danger part. That's why it says danger. Okay. Okay, now I'll tell you what happened. First of all, there's a check valve in there, but this accumulator is supposed to have a little nylon ball that goes in and seals that off. So that pressure you hear is not much. Let's just see what happens when That's got a lot of pressure in it, but it's leaking. See that? I'm just tapping that. So what we got here is the light wasn't coming on. And this car, since it's been sitting so long, I said we got to start with a good system all the way around. Especially the front brakes were dragging on that. So I did the calipers on that. They were frozen. So now this tool is designed, it has 4 pins in here that fit into those things because we're going to unscrew this outer ring. Hopefully it will let me. There, set down. This is designed to turn those things. Hold it. I'm going to have to get a different Allen wrench. I'll be right back. So this little ear here is designed to flip around the inside. This one's tight. And keep this ring from popping up. Okay. Because these can be tight. They're torqued to 250, but if the car's rusty and old. Now, what you saw me do there with the depressurizing, that was not 250. You have to do that if you're going to take one of these apart, if there's any residual pressure in there. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to get it to unscrew. And if you did, I wouldn't want to do that because chances are it could potentially have the explode on you or come apart on you in a hurry. That's a good way to put it. Boom. So what we're going to do is we're going to split this, and this is just stuck is all. It's nothing. get to the diaphragm. So there's the diaphragm. It still has a tiny bit of pressure in it. So that big diaphragm in there, as you can see, on this side is going to have brake fluid coming in from the pump, and it will build up brake fluid pressure until this goes all the way to this end almost. And this is all pressurized brake fluid. And when you use the brakes, it'll go back up again. Okay, so when it's fully depressurized, the light's on, it'll be in this position because the gas is holding it down. And then as the system builds pressure. So this thing works back and forth a lot under great pressure. And typically what will happen is they'll get little cuts in them, or the rubber will fail after time. If you put the wrong fluid in, you can cause the rubber to fail. Look at that. Well, this still had pressure in it, so it's not shot, but it's something you're going to replace. This is where you add the gas in, and there's a little check valve in there. Get that